Before we dive in, did you know that we're getting ready to launch Teeth Matter Hangouts? It's an exclusive online membership community that gives you access to monthly meetups, 24/7 online support, plus exclusive membership perks when it comes to career development and professional development courses. So, if you're interested, feel free to DM us on Instagram or email us at info@teethmatterpod, as in podcast.com. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Teeth Matter. I'm your host, Ellie, Halabian, DDS, and I want to dive into something that's been on my mind since I just got back from a much-needed summer holiday. And that's the idea of taking a break, especially when you are deep in the grind like many of us are in dentistry. I have to take you back a little bit. This is like before the summer. I hadn't really taken any vacation in what felt like forever. I mean, I went away for one weekend during the summer, a Friday to Sunday, but that doesn't really count like a vacation to me. So I had been working nonstop through the winter, through the spring, and right into summer, hopping around between these different offices, meeting new patients, really giving it my all. And honestly, I wasn't feeling it. I was running low and running on empty. And you know when you're technically fine, like you're going through the motions, but something's just a little bit off about you. You're not fully there. That was me. And so summer comes around, and don't get me wrong, summer in the city is amazing. The sun is out, people are energetic and excited and at restaurants, and everyone's, running around the streets. And so that really changed my mood. It did help, but I was still itching for a break from reality. I just needed something to reset me and something more than just that Friday to Sunday trip. So I finally decided to book a trip with two people who have my corner. That's my sister and a really good friend of mine for over 15 years, Sarah. She's also a dentist. And they had already planned this trip. Like, they had committed to it, they had planned it, and I was technically tagging along. And they were like, "We're going away for 2 weeks. You're coming with us, right?" And I thought, like, 2 weeks? That's a really long time to be out of the office. That's a really long time to be away from patients. Is my boss going to let me take the time off? I just felt really guilty about taking that much time for myself. And I almost said no to the girls, but they were like really, really insistent. And they told me, "Ellie, you need this." And they were convincing me of all the reasons why. And they were right. Fast forward, we're in Europe for 2 weeks, and I loved everything about it. The sun, the warmth, the beach, hearing a different language around me. I even tried to pick up a few new words while I was there. And it was really stimulating, like it was exciting, but it wasn't taking a toll on my nervous system. I was very much calm. You know when you're in a place that you feel like you've stepped into a better version of yourself? Like another version, but a better version. That was me during this trip. And I was walking through the neighborhoods, exploring, trying new things, tasting incredible pastries. And for once, I wasn't in a rush. My days started at the gym. I had that time for myself. And then I would slowly ease into the activities of the day and meet up with the girls around 11, 12. And I was present. I was in the moment. And it hit me. Why do I have to run away from my life to feel this good? It made me start asking myself some serious questions. What is it about my life that makes me feel so activated? Why does my nervous system feel like it's always on high alert? What's missing from my daily routine that I feel so desperate for this break? And that's when I realized it's not about the big things, but the little things, the small ones. The little details that make our days really feel worthwhile. Things like walking to the local cafe for a quality pastry, starting my day slowly, talking to people in the street, getting to know their stories, taking pictures, and just soaking it all in. I thought, how do I bring more of this into my day-to-day? How can I make my work-life balance feel not only as peaceful, but also as productive as it feels on this trip. So that's when it clicked for me. I'm responsible for these changes. That's when I realized I'm the one in control. My environment doesn't have to dictate how I feel. If I want more balance, if I want more joy in my daily routine, then I have to make those choices. Sure, I can't replicate a European summer every day, even though I wish I could, but I can bring some of those elements back home with me. It's about finding the little things that bring you joy and making them a part of your routine. My environment can shift around me all at once, but it's me who makes the choice to prioritize what's important. I don't have to wait for the next vacation to feel this good about my life or my work. I can start today by adding little moments of joy and relaxation that recharge me. And if you're listening to this and you think, well, I don't have the time for that, I get it. Trust me. It's not easy. It's easier said than done. But let this be the reminder that you need to take your break. Whether it's a full vacation or just small daily habits that give you the sense of calm. You can't pour from an empty cup, especially in our line of work when we're giving so much to others. So that's my self-reflection post-holiday. I hope this sparks something in you to think about your own self-care. And I'd really love to hear your thoughts on what you do to stay balanced and refreshed, especially in the line of dentistry. And if you want, drop me a message, a comment. Let's keep the conversation going. But until next time, this is Ellie Halabian reminding you to prioritize yourself just as much as you prioritize your patients. Cheers. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow our podcast, write a review, leave a comment. Anything you share with us goes a long way. And if you think a friend will appreciate this podcast, then make sure you share it with them too. Until next time, cheers.